Proper Punters, brought to you by CrossBet. Are you ready to level up your punting game?
Welcome back to 2025 here at BTFU. We've got Magic Millions, Proper Punters episode. I'm here with Tommy. How's your holidays?
Good, mate. Yours?
Mate, I cannot shake this cough. I was just coughing until I almost spewed in the toilet, which was great. So I'm a little bit under the weather. I pretty much didn't watch a race since the end of the carnival, like pretty much since our last episode. And even then, I was going into those last episodes. I pretty much only focused on the meetings that we were doing. And
it's good to take some time off, but from
it has been, but it's a lot of work doing catch up.
Yeah, checking out form lines.
I think this time of year, it's a funny one. Other than the 2-year-olds and obviously the 3-year-olds, the Magic Millions, a lot of the autumn horses aren't back just yet. So it's like you get in, have a look at Magic Millions, start having a look around the fields, and then just start slowly keeping an eye each week and just start building into the early autumn.
That's it. Trials will start happening soon at Rosehill and Randwick.
Yeah,
good ones will come back.
As we said in the spring, it's starting. It's there. The next minute,
you blink and it's back into carnival.
Back into the carnival. You watch. We'll blink again and it'll be the Doncaster.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
This Gold Coast track, they've done a lot of work to it in recent years. How are we expecting it to play?
The last meeting, they sort of came from a variety of positions. The last winner on the night ran on from out very wide. I think the consensus was you wanted to avoid the inside, but a couple off the fence was fine. That was in a 2-meter position. Rail goes back to the true on Saturday, but I think you'll find a similar position where I think 5 to 10 off the fence will be a suitable position coming down wide. I think if leaders can edge off that fence as they come into the straight, that'll give them their best possibility of winning. Yeah.
It's a little bit showery at the moment up there.
Yeah, moderate chance of showers. I've done it sort of soft 5. I think if a horse can
play pretty fair.
If a horse can handle the toe, getting their toe in, I think that's.
Have you ever been up there before?
Went to one 5 years ago. Can't remember the horse that won. The Blue Jacket won the 2-year-old event. It subsequently retired. Didn't do much.
Yeah, okay. I went up. I went up there. I think I've been up twice. One year.
Good week.
Always a great week. Good fun.
2019 when Exhilarates won. The Godolphin horse, yeah.
That's right.
Long time ago.
Yeah, wow, that is a while ago.
I think Michael Walker might have been riding it.
Yes. Good memories. All right, we're going to go through the last 5 races of the second half of the card. We're going to kick off in race 6, and it's actually where my best bet of the whole day is.
Beautiful.
We'll go through the field, and you got Semana, which is equal $5 favourite with Hard to Say. Then you've got Hedged and Prince of Boom around the $7-8 mark. You've got Zoroaster around the $9.50 mark. And then you got Natuno at around $10, and then the rest are all double figures. How's the speed look?
Looks quick. A lot of speed here with the Novelist, Zoroastro, Steady Ready, Prince of Boom. They're all horses that want to find positive positions. I think the market favourites, Hard to Say and Semana, are going to get great runs.
Yeah.
Gate 4 for Semana, he's just going to tuck in, or she's just going to tuck in just in behind, and then Hard to Say from 8. Similar position midfield. These large fields at the Gold Coast, the 3 wide line will be in play. So I think finding a nice position in sort of midfield off fence will be where you want to settle to give yourself the best opportunities. I'll start with you. I didn't have too strong of an opinion. I thought Semana was a deserved favourite with the map and with the last preparations form lines. $5 was around my price. What did you think here, Mace?
Yeah, I'm just really keen on Semana. I think you're getting $5, you're getting $1.95 to play, so you're pretty much getting your money back. I think she is an each way bet than nothing. Beautiful quiet trial. And then she's a horse that's raced well fresh in the past. She's actually won at the track, which is a big bonus for that Gold Coast track, I believe. I think Kieran Maher's pretty good at setting them for these sort of days now, isn't he?
He's not too bad, is he?
I reckon he'd be walking around the sales and he'd be telling a couple of his big owners, "I've got one for you Saturday," and I reckon she could be it. Now, you go back, you look at the form, like fuck me dead. She's been beaten the lengths to Bella Nipotina 2 preps ago. She's been beaten 1.3 lengths to Via Sistina.
Yeah, and
both those horses.
Yeah.
What price are those horses in these races?
Yeah, they're $1.50, $1.60, honestly.
Honestly, like the form's just incomparable to the rest of the field, for my opinion.
The one sort of pullback, I think, might be the 1200. Is she better at 14? But
yeah, she may look.
You're getting a price to find out, right?
I think
$5.
ideally, I think 1200 first up is going to be perfect for her.
Mm-hmm.
He's given her that one trial.
Should be fresh.
I mean, last time, it was over 1400. She got beaten 1.3 to V Sustainer and Zoo Gotcha.
That was the Group 1 Winx Stakes, yeah.
Mate, if she can reproduce that, I think she'll be taking this out in pretty good style.
Yeah, definitely. On top for me, I thought Hard to Say was a bit too short. Doesn't bring the same quality form lines, but it does bring the fitness. So I can see why it's 750 into 5. But yeah, I'm with Semana on top.
Yeah, and I thought like Cannonball's win was good to the eye, but he won at 40s and yeah, just not for me.
Yeah,
I'm pretty I'm very keen Semana. I think it's the better of the day and bet on the card.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, let's move on to race 7. We have Magic Millions 2-year-old. This is the big race.
2-year-old classic.
2-year-old classic. There's been a couple of really good races up there. There has been some good ones.
I mean, Stormboy last year, that was a strong winner.
A very strong winner. Capitalist probably getting a double. That was a year that broke my heart. But, Egyptian symbol, but anyway.
Yeah.
So you currently still have
Memo, $6.50.
Memo, yeah, there's $6. There's Ladbrokes are $7, but it's pretty much $6.50 across the boards. You've got you've then got Galanera around similar price. Okarian Dream still there. La Bella Boom, $7. That's pretty much your horses under the double figures and then double figures the rest. So.
Yeah. Tricky little race for the 2-year-olds.
I think Okarian Dream would have been a fair bit shorter had it drawn a marble.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? It's 21 and it comes into maybe 17 with the emergencies out. So it comes into gate 17. Still not a place you want to be. But I don't know. We'll see what the pattern does on the day. It might be better than gate 1 later on, which is where Memo's drawn. So,
but the thing is, in this race, there looks to be an abundance of speed.
Oh, plenty of speed here. Plenty that have all come out of previous wins where they've controlled. That doesn't mean that might be the best pattern for that horse. It's just they're raw, young horses. So getting them to the front is the best place to keep them out of trouble. I think the better horses will be the 2-year-olds that can sit on a speed and sprint. But I was with Memo. I thought it brings strong form lines. I loved the way it hit the line when it was unsuited at Wyong, drew wide, but it jumped well, snicked, and then sort of came up the inside and was charging through the line. Then it went to Randwick, and I think on face value, I was a bit disappointed. I backed it that day, but you could offer some excuses. It pulled out, made a wide run early before the turn, was exposed, and I don't think that was good. The winner of that race, Galanero, is in this race, and I thought it had the nice run, box seated, and sort of followed along the fence. And
I did like the way it kicked on the inside, though.
Yeah, it was a nice...
it was pretty, and it looked almost like I kind of pricked its ears at the end and kind of looked like a little bit softer.
Definitely.
Definitely got the more economical run.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's a big positive as a 2-year-old. Tricky little race. I couldn't talk you into a strong bet. I thought Space Rider won well. It's a late entry into this. It'll jump well, sit up there from gate 4. And if it's got any improvement off its debut run, which I thought was great, I think it can run well at the 850. But no strong standout this year. There's no Stormboy, I think, in this event.
I want to go back to the original favourite, Okarian Dream. Obviously comes into, as you said, depending on who comes out, but should come into around 17. He's going to be wide. If the fence is to be playing off in that time of the day, it showed that he can take a sit and finish over them. Hasn't really come back from near last, but I thought its last win wasn't far from it, and it was pretty impressive. Really soft on the line. I think he was a pretty solid lead up. I think Jason Collett rides these horses extremely well.
Yeah, he does. Rides
them for luck, finds an ass, and just gets them to settle early. And I think that's such a big, important thing. And I think the horse does have a turn of foot. It's just a matter of how far back he's going to be from the gate, or whether he chances his arm and tries to find a way to slot in the 3 wide running line. I think because there is such an abundance of pace, you do have that option where you can jump, slide, because they will spread out a bit.
Yeah.
So I do think there's an opportunity. I think if it's within striking range, it's definitely a horse that could be doing its best work late. And Look, I'm lean. Yeah, I've got nothing against Memo. Agree with everything that you said. My two picks for the race are going to be Icarian Dream just to overcome the gate, and I was still pretty impressed with Galanera. They're my two.
Beautiful.
Nothing against yours. Completely agree. It isn't the Magic Millions like this. I want to bet.
Yeah.
Like in years gone by. Race 8, we move on. The 3-year-old Magic Millions.
Yeah.
We go to the Guineas. Our favourite is... Snit's over at around the $6 mark. Then we go down to...
Tuileries at 8.
Tuileries at 8. And...
Bauhinia.
Bauhinia at the $9.50 mark.
Tricky little race, but I think there's some value to play. Getting to the map, not too much speed. The Gay Waterhouse runners look to control this. Dawn
Definitely.
Service, Shangri-La Express, Kotogio also will show speed. I think this race will be won by a horse with a turn of foot that can sprint over the top of them late. Those leaders don't look like they'll be able to run out a strong performance sort of in this class. I thought Tuileries I was quite keen on. Then it drew 23. That'll come into, I think it'll come into about gate 18 after emergencies.
Yeah.
And then the other horse, Bauhinia, too, in the market. It also draws gate 20, will come into about gate 15. They've both performed really well this preparation. Love the way they've hit the lines in their runs. They're coming from Sydney, which I think has typically been superior form to sort of what the others bring. Snitzer Nova comes off a Caulfield heavy track win down in Melbourne. I thought that form, you could poke some holes in it. Freshened up. The Kieran Maher stable, you have to respect. And it maps sort of the best in the market from gate 9. It'll get a nice run throughout. Daniel Stackhouse is riding well. Concede it's got chances, but I want to be on a 2-bet strategy here with Tuileries and Bauhinia. I think they just have far better turn of foots, and I think if they can just get clear running down the outside, I think they'll be very, very hard to hold out.
Definitely.
What about you, Mace?
Mate, yeah, well, I'm going more Bauhinia each way. Nothing at all. I actually really loved, especially when we went through and had a look at it together. Tuileries, the turn of foot late was exceptional. Like late closing splits in both runs, running really good time for the day. Actually, I'd say even stick with your 2-bet play or each way Bauhinia. I absolutely loved her win at Wyong.
Yeah.
Like not often do you see horses get that far back at Wyong and finish off the way that she did. Fastest closing splits of the day. Tommy Berry stays aboard. Gave her a really nice quiet trial.
She was well supported that day. I remember at Wyong.
She was hammered late.
Yeah, the other favourite was blowing, and she was like 360 into 290, I think.
And you wouldn't have thought that if you'd watched at the 600. You would have thought they put the money on the wrong horse. But fuck, she was just so impressive.
Yeah.
I remember the day she beat Maori Chief. I went, fuck, this could be a serious racehorse. And I think she's just going to go from strength to strength. Really lightly races, a lot of them obviously are. I'm Bauhinia each way and could agree with the 2-bet play of that with Tuileries.
Love it. Short and sharp.
Short and sharp. We have got Redford, $7, bounce back with a win. And then you got Charm Stone at the $7. And you also have the Kitty Cat, Moravia, $6.50.
It is a bit of a kitty cat, but somehow you found it in the carnival, Mace. I remember that day.
I didn't. Not only the finder declared it that day. It's amazing.
Declared it that day.
I think you should get double paid when you declare a cat and it wins.
Yeah, you find the day it decides to put one in.
Yeah, I think it's... Sorry, cough's horrific. It's just one of those horses. It needs everything to go right. Yeah.
It'll be like $2 favourites, get rolled, and then pops up at $12 and decides to win on that day.
Yeah, just it just seems to find it needs things to go right. One thing that it does get is the blinkers again, just to help it focus.
Straighten up, definitely. Looking at the map quickly, I don't have too much speed here. Military Express from 19 will roll forward. It's $40 in the market. Then you've got Weagle Tiger.
Yeah,
it's an emergency, but if it makes it into the race, it'll want to show some speed. And then I think from the low draws, Moravia can show speed from 8. Cincatore will show some good early toe from 6. But they all should find their positions, and I don't think they'll go too quickly here. I didn't have a strong opinion of this race. bit tricky. I'll see how the track's playing late in the day. I thought Charmstone has trialled really well. Like the way it worked through the line, freshened up Damien Lane Gate 2. Not hard to like at the 7. Not hard to sort of give a
I think
chance
when
to
you go
$7
through, look
bucks.
at Charmstone's form for a race like this. You've got, was beaten 5 and a bit lengths to Kiyomichi. That was in a Group 1.
Yeah.
Then before that, though, only beaten 0.3 of a length to Mahaba and Ray Magneria. Like, that's really solid Melbourne
That's
form.
listed Melbourne form kind of. That's Group 3, yeah.
It is. It's Group 3. Like, they're virtually Group 2 horses.
For sure. And then you sort of tie Moravia into with Redford. Redford beat it last weekend.
Yeah.
Redford doesn't actually have a jockey booked yet, I'm noticing.
Because it's the first emergency.
Beautiful. There you go. Yeah, I am going to be with Charmstone, but each way small.
Yeah.
What about you, Mace?
I've got it in a 2-horse play. Charmstone first of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually going with one of the wide ones here in west of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Really love the way this horse got motoring late.
Yeah.
To accredited Yorkshire, look, might not be as strong a form as what the horse we spoke about prior, but you're getting around the $14 mark to find out. I think second up will go a lot better. Yeah, I really love the way that they hit the line last start. Really, really got motoring late. Tyler stays aboard. He's been on this horse for, I think it's last 4 starts and both of its trials. Clearly has an opinion of the horse. I think the extra 100 metres suits.
Yep.
Just needs a little bit of luck from that gate early, but no weight on its back will certainly help. I love when you see horses go from 60.5 down to like 53 kilos.
Yeah, love it. Especially when it hits the line strong, shows good sectionals at 60, gets 53 on its back.
Yeah, 53 on its back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finds it hard to race, but I definitely think it's a horse that could be up to it.
Definitely. One horse we looked at before the podcast too. It's not in my tips, but I think it'll be going into quaddie is Perfect Thought. Yes. We did like the way it won last start. Sort of was smothered, got out late, really hit the line strongly. Gate 7, Craig Williams aboard. It'll get a nice run throughout. 53 kilos, $13 available. I think it can go in your quaddie.
It's definitely going in the quaddie, and you can use it for any of the exotics.
Mm-hmm.
He was a horse that looked like he was going to have really good ability at one stage in his career, and he just never really lived up to it.
Yeah.
But could definitely win these sort of races.
Yep.
And I think if things go right, Craig Williams loves riding a winner on this day.
Yeah, he does. Really does.
All right, we move on to the lucky last. We've got Boom Talk just holding favouritism. It's a bit of a spread amongst a few of the bookies here, but then you've got Hidden Wealth around 460. You've got Yellow Brick, probably the class horse, and then you've got Sofrado at $6.
Yep.
We've got Busting down in saddlecloth number 15 for the last of the single digits, and then double figures the rest.
Yeah.
How much pace you got here, big boy?
Not too much. Find Your Own from gate 3 will lead. And then I think it's up to sort of what the horses from wider draws want to do. Yellow Brick can roll forward. Skirt the Law can show early toe. Hidden Wealth sat outside the leader last start draws. Those horses, draw 12, 14 and 15. So they're going to want to show some intent from their wide draws. And then you've got a horse like Boom Talk, gate 1. It'll be tucked away on the inside, I think. But if they can push a bit closer, maybe that'll be an advantage. I don't know what they'll do from out wide, but it could either be a moderate speed, or if they all want to go out wide, they could go like the Clappers, really, if they all want to try and find a position. I wasn't too sure on this mark. It sort of has the top 4 in the race as the key chances, but they've all got to concede weight to number 15 in Busting. I thought this horse hit the line really strongly at Sunshine Coast, wanted to lay in. Yes, it's up in distance, but up in grade. But I think $8 is suitable to find out. And then of the class runners up top, I think Hidden Wealth, I want to forgive last start. Sat outside the leader in the breeze, did a lot of work, and then just sort of
got squeezed up a bit as he's
hampered
tired,
and squeezed late, and then the jockey just pulled up and eased out. So the 12 of 12, I wouldn't be reading too much into that. The win first up was really nice. And if Tommy can get a nice run from 14, sort of one out, one back, or even if he has to sit in the breeze again, I think that's going to be okay. The 450 looks like it's an all right price.
I'm with you here. I like Busting at probably the each way mark around the $9. just love the way it lets out. I just really love the last 100 metres. Just put him and then kind of eased up. Was like, whew, did that pretty easy.
Yeah.
Gets out in the way. It's definitely up in grade here. I think Yellow Brick's the class horse. I think it's a horse to beat. Yeah, drawn wide, not ideal.
Jason Collett's got his work cut out for him
He's
on the
fuck
weekend.
me dead. He'd be picking up
21.
a few sausage rolls on the way out, a couple of hot dogs.
Absolutely.
But as you said, if the track plays the way that you're predicting and the fence on the inside isn't the place to be, it's not going to be anywhere near as bad as what it could be if it was fence on. So I think Yellow Brick, he's just such a class animal.
Yeah.
It's really, really class animal. Like the trial between runs. Go back, have a look at his form. He's got form to horses like Pericles. One up in Eagle Farm against Cranky Harry and the Drover.
Yeah.
Also got wins over like Water Goes, Coast Watch. That's good enough for him again to be winning here.
For sure.
And the thing that I do like is carried weight. Like he's won with 16.5 at Eagle Farm. He won at 59.5 at Eagle Farm. He is a horse that can win with weight.
Yeah.
So he can carry it. I think he's the horse to beat. It's a 2-horse play for me. Yellow Brick and Busting.
Beautiful.
Let's go into your best bets.
Just one best bet this week, and we're not going to go to Gold Coast. We're going to go down to Wyong. Race 5, number 6, Bonita Queen. I think this horse is all class. I think Bjorn Baker is earmarking this horse as a black type. The trial was sensational. First up, from gate 9, I think just has to stay out of trouble to be winning. Mace, what about you?
And my best bet, I'm going with race 6, number 5, Semana. I think this is the horse that Kieran Marb will be telling all of his owners up there, pile into this each way over the weekend. I think she'll be getting the job done. Absolutely love the trial. Go back and look at her form. She's been beaten 1.3 lengths to Via Sistina and Zugotcha. I think both those horses would be starting well and truly in the red in a race like this. She's also got a run in the Tats Tiara where she's only beaten the lengths to Bella Nipotina. She would definitely be in the red in this race and would just be winning. I think that's the best bet. I'd be absolutely truckloading it each way. And we move forward to race 8, number 14, each way, Bauhinia. Lee Curtis, absolutely love the win first up at Wyong. You don't see many horses come from as far back as she did and get the job done. Ran the fastest closing splits on the day. Very lightly raced, improving, still quite raw. Love the quiet trial between runs and clearly been set for this race for a long time. They're my best bets.
Love it.
What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.